So the technique we're going to do today on Carrie is what I call casting. It's a form of hand painting with balayage. And the reason why I do casting on shorter layered hair is my experience in the past with foiling was I would put foil packets through, take a really fine weave and track down the bone structure. And after the technique was done, or perhaps after the next haircut, I was left with spots or dots all over the shorter hair. So what I found with casting, which is a hand painting technique, I'm able to go down the hair shaft and bring the product up through the hair shaft and create a softer blended effect coming from bolder highlights off the top of the head and something softer transitioning into the nape. And so with casting, I typically mix a little bit of a drier frosting consistency with my lightener. On Carrie today, I'm using 30 volume. We are going for a paler highlight. And I'm going to take, with my glove, a little product and apply the product on the flattest area of my fingers. And I'm gonna begin the technique by going down the hair shaft really lightly. I'm not applying pressure or pushing in to the hair shaft. And then I'm gonna bring the hair up. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I get highlight or product on both sides of the hair shaft. I want it on the top and I want it underneath. So today, and when Carrie gets her next two haircuts, she's got highlight on the tips, on the edges. And when it gets shaped off, razor cut, texturized, or just trimmed, it's gonna be a really soft transition rather than a ledge or a shelf or spots or dots. The key to casting is not applying a lot of pressure so that you get bleed marks in at the scalp and applying enough product. So I like to start in and get the product on there really lightly. And what I describe this as is dusted. It looks like just a fresh dusting against the hair growth pattern with the hairspray so that her hair would come up and off the bone structure so I could get in there with the lightener. I like to start with the short hair first because this is going to be a little bit of a softer lifting action, and it's also the darkest area of Carrie's head. So I want to start where it's going to take me the longest. So the darkest is got the furthest to travel to our pale blonde, and so I start here. And I'm going through with my fingertips, lifting the product and the hair away from the bone structure. And again, my goal is applying to achieve white. That's what's gonna get me the appropriate lift. Now as I go through and what I'm looking at, do I have enough product? And Carrie, I'm gonna have you swivel so we can show the camera. Gone on both sides. And when I see little areas like this, okay. I just applied fresh product onto my gloves and I am tracking from left to right, applying product to make the hair look white. I'm gonna have you roll toward me. Perfect. And I'm tracking around the bone structure, looking at any areas I might have missed or that I don't have looking white. White will allow me to achieve the desired stage of lift. And I've applied product on both sides. Yeah, perfect, perfect.